Okay, so good evening, everyone. Like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about basic knowledge you're supposed to understand as a Forex trader. And we're going to start with adding and removing pairs from MT5. So I'm going to be using a demo account to show you guys how to perform this action. So this is a 100K account size. And if you want to add or remove pairs from your MT5, all you just have to do is go under quotes. This is quotes, okay? And by default, you may see some kind of pairs you're not familiar with here. I mean, from here, you can even scroll and you see a lot. So we want to edit it. We'll go to this area here, this pen button here, and tap on whatever pairs you want to delete. We're going to be tapping on them. Okay. I don't want this. I don't want this. I only know Euro USD here. And I'll click on delete and see it has deleted. So now we're going to be searching for family and pairs that we are familiar with. With time, you guys will know pairs to trade based on your own choice, though. Okay, so click on the enter symbol for search. You can decide to click on Forex and scroll the page, whatever, or just type whatever you're looking for. So me, let's look for AUD USD. I click on the plus button. It has actually added to my list. Then let's go for AUR and ZD. I click on the plus button again and to add it to my list. So that's how to add your pairs. And if you want to see whatever pair, like the charts of that pair, all you need to do, go back to quotes right here, click on the pair, let's go to AUD USD, click on charts, and there you have it. You have the charts here. Now, you may experience something like this. Just listen carefully. Now, our chart is showing AUD USD, right? When I want to delete pairs and I go to quotes and I go back to this area here and I want to delete pair, you can see that AUD USD does not have um, an option for it to be deleted. Why? Because it's on the chart. Okay. Now, if I go back and change it, let's go back and I change it to AURNZD and I click on chart and I go back to quotes and I go back here, you can see that EURNZD does not have that option. So in case you want to delete a pair and you're not seeing the option to delete it, just know that it's actually visible on the chart. What you have to do is put another pair on the chart. That's all. Okay? Put them to zero. Okay. So that's it for adding and removing pairs. Next on the list, we have tips, lots, margin, leverage. Some people have been asking if the leverage on crypto is the same thing as the leverage on Forex. Yes, but it's kind of applied differently. For example, now in crypto, if you want to enter a trade, let's say you want to trade BTC USD, you can make the leverage 100x. If you want to trade Ethereum, ETH USDT on the same Bybit, you can make the leverage 50x. You get. But in Forex, it's different. When you are trading with a broker, you are setting your account on a particular leverage. For crypto, you are setting a particular trade. Let me not say trade. You're setting a particular pair that you want to trade on a leverage at that time. Okay, at that given time. If you want to trade BTC, you can put BTC on 50x. That same position that is open, if you want to trade BTC again, you cannot put 50, you cannot put 100x. Okay, some platforms will allow you to still use the same 50x. Some platforms will tell you to add to your position. You cannot still add to your position, but I'm just giving an instance. But for Forex, you can only leverage your account, not your pay. If you want to activate a broker, like you want to um create a trading account in your broker, because creating a broker account is different from creating a trading account, because all these brokers have different kind of trading accounts. They have low spread accounts, they have no swap accounts. I will explain all that in a few minutes from now, because I'm going to be fast today. I'm not going to waste time. So when you want to set up a trading account, most of you must have come across this. You see leverage. They'll tell you to set your leverage. Now, what that is that you are setting that particular account on a leverage. So whatever amount you're putting there, it's multiplied by a leverage. I'll end it today. But we're still going to, you know, increase as time goes on. Now for pips, pips calculation actually differ. What is pips? Pips are actually the smallest. Let me use the English. Let's say smallest unit of size in a currency pair. Yeah, because BTC USDT, the smallest unit is cents, because it's calculated in dollars, right? Yes. So it can be like, BTC moved $1 higher today. It moved $10 higher today. It moved $1,000 higher today. Things like that. Now for Forex, we don't use dollar as that word. We use pips. Now, because you cannot say this is British pound, Japanese yen, also known as GBP, JPY. Now look at it. GBP, JPY, British pound, Japanese yen. Okay? In case you do not know what some of these pairs are, you may see something like CHF. You may see something like JPY. JPY is Japanese yen. CHF is Swiss franc. GBP is British pound. EUR is euro. Okay, let me show you guys in case some people will still ask me. Let me just tap on this and type CHF, Swiss franc. Okay, so let's say USD CHF, that's trading against CHF, and we tap on it. Okay, I don't need to tap on it, it's showing it here. US dollar, Swiss franc. Okay, AUD stands for Australian dollar, JPY Japanese yen, CHF, I've explained CHF, NZD, New Zealand dollar. Okay, that's by the way. So now when it comes to calculating pips, we cannot use dollar. Why? If I go to, I don't want this thing I'm typing to loss. Okay, EUR USD. Now, for EUR USD right here, you can see that all these digits right here are actually dollars. So for you to get €1, you need 1 point whatever digits you're seeing here. Current price is this. For you to get €1, you need this 1.03 blah 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 USD. So you can definitely not be calculating this in USD or cents. So what we use is pips. Now for for USD pairs, when I say USD pairs, I mean XXX USD. Anything slash USD. That is what I mean. Here's my text. I mean XXX slash USD, which means EUR USD, AUD USD, NZD USD. Remember, I actually gave you what all these abbreviations are for earlier. Not USD, CHF, USD, any other thing. I said XXX USD. Take notes. So whatever pips calculation I'm going to give you guys right now is for XXXUSD. And XXXUSD actually calculated in the fourth digits. From the fourth digits. Okay. So we have okay, this is it. Fourth digits for, hold on. So XXX USD pairs are calculated, the pips are calculated from the fourth digit. What do I mean? Let's go to MT5 now. Let me show you. Now you can see this digit here. We have 1.0969 and this 4 hanging right here. Okay. So now 8 here stands for 8 pips. Okay, that's changed to 9. 69 here stands for 69 pips. 369 stands for 369 pips. I'm sure you guys got me right. And the 9 hanging here right now is called pipettes. Okay? 10 pipettes makes 1 pip. These are just common knowledge. Okay? Let me just give you the hints here right now. In Mikil 2.0, we do not trade with pips. I know some of you must have attended some other Forex classes online and blah, blah, blah. You hear, we made 10 pips today, we made 100 pips today. We do not calculate in pips like that. We do not calculate our risk to reward in pips. What we do, we calculate in percentage and in your USD amount, okay? So it can be like, I did 4x today. What do you mean by 4x? I did 4 times whatever amount I risked in that trade today. Okay, that's how we do our thing, and it's better that way because you get the actual result of whatever you are risking inside. Someone can make um someone can make 10 pips today and risk 1 pip, and the person will be telling you, you'll not be like, that's really small. I mean, I made 1,000 pips today, meaning that you feel you made higher because of the distance in price. Because pips is the distance in price, you understand? I mean the difference in price. And you feel maybe you made less. Meanwhile, maybe the person risked $1. And meanwhile you risked $100. By the time you did the risk to reward, you see that you even made more money more than the person who did 1,000 pips. So we do not calculate in pips here. We calculate the percentage in our USD risk amount and in risk to reward, our exercise, risk to reward, like how much we risk and how much our reward was and turned out to be, sorry. So if Euro USD, remember I said XSS USD, so I'm referring to EU and AU right here. Okay. So if we say AU moved 10 pips higher, we mean at this current price right now, number one here changed to 2. Meaning if you use your calculator and do 0.6213 plus, not plus 4, plus 0.0010. Remember, I said it starts from the fourth decimal place. Sorry, not fourth digit, fourth decimal. Yeah, fourth decimal, not fourth digit, okay? That's what I was about to say. So it moves from the fourth decimal place. Now, let me show you an example. This is EU. This is the position two. If you look closely, hmm, you can see our entry price here, our stop loss price here, our take profit price here. Okay? So if you do the difference, meaning minus this price from this price, you will get 5.8. What does 5.8 here mean? 5.8 pips. You can see the actual digit here. You can see it here. Now, when I say it starts from the fourth decimal place, you can see it here. The 8 here is pipettes. The 5 here is pips. Remember, I said fourth decimal place. So it starts counting from the 5. That's why you have 5.8. If it was counting from the fifth, we'll be having 58 here, not 5.8. So it shows that this here is 5.8 pips. Okay? That's the difference between this and this. That is this price and this price. 5.8 pips. Now, for the take profits, we have 18.9 pips. How? If you do your calculation minus this price from this price, you get 18.9. Okay? And now it's 18.9 pips, not 189 pips. Why? Because it starts counting from the fifth decimal place. So from the fourth decimal place. Fourth decimal place here is 8, and we have 1 backing it up from the other end. So it's 18. 18.9. 9 is the pipette. If the 9 pipette gets to 10, it will add to the other end and it will become 19 pips. That's how pips are calculated with in XXX USD pairs. Okay, I'm just giving you this knowledge so that when you see some digits here, you understand how they come about. And this percentage right here, I'm sure you guys are supposed to know the difference in price and here times it by 100/1, your percent. That is the difference in price. You get your percentage. I mean, this is 0.6% lower than this price. That's exactly what it means, okay? And this price here, sorry, is 0.18% higher than this price. So I just explained some of these digits you'll be seeing right here. Okay, so that is it for this. Now we have JPY pairs. Let me go back to my GBP JPY. Okay, now I have to look for whatever I typed earlier. Okay, here we are. Now for JPY pairs, calculation is from the second decimal place. From the second decimal place. You can see that the decimals are not the same thing with the USD pairs, okay? Now, right here, we have 9 pip. Oh, it's changing really fast. 7 pip, sorry, whatever pips, right here, okay? And 2 backing it up. So we have 25, 24, whatever I changed to, pips. Just get the difference, okay? And the 9 or 4, whatever, 7, that is right here is the pipettes or JPY pairs. So when you get to your MT, your trading view, there's my long tool. Let's use a short tool here. You can see this right here. Hmm? The difference in this price and this price, like this price and this price, is about 2.6. Yeah, obviously 2.6. Now, hold on. Yeah, it's 2.6. So, how many pips is this actually in the price difference? It's not 2.6 pips. It is 262 pips in this and this. Now, this is for JPY pairs. If you put 262 pips in Euro USD or AUD USD, you see how wide it's going to be. So when people calculate in pips and someone says, okay, just imagine now, someone tells you that I made all this, let me draw this thing up here now. I made this 539 pips today, and you that just made 14 pips from EU, you kind of feel sad. Maybe you feel you did not make enough today. But when you use risk to reward, you know that whatever that person risks, the person only gained times 2.06 of whatever they risked. Meanwhile, you got over, like, I don't know, I can't remember how many that other one was, but maybe you got way more than the person. Okay? So we calculate here on JPY pairs. We have Euro JPY, we have GBP JPY, and other, even AUD JPY. You can search on TradingView just here and you see them. Okay? So, like I explained for the USD pairs, understand all the digits right here. I can't be explaining all of them one after the other. I just want you to know how they calculate the pips. Now, for gold, let's try gold. XAU USD. When you see XAU USD, just know that it's gold. When you see anything XAU, know it's gold. There's XAU USD, there's XAU EUR. You can see all of them here. Gold versus whatever other pair. But people mostly trade XAU USD. We have XAG. XAG is for silver. Okay. People rarely trade this, but they kind of trade XAG USD most of the time. But that's by the way. We are going for XAU USD. XAU USD also is calculated with two decimal places, but they don't use pipettes. They don't use pipettes. So if you check your MT5, I should have it. Okay. So yeah. So XAUSD is also calculated from the second decimal place or the third. Well, that's by the way. Hold on. I don't want to make a mistake. Yeah, I'm actually correct. So it moves from the second decimal place, which means if price on XAUSD moves from, hold on, let me use my, I just wanted to be very, very, very correct. Okay, I'm actually correct. Where is my, If price moves from 17 point 00 to 1700.01, okay, it means it has moved one pips and 1 pip higher. So looking at this here, hold on, I have to tap my screen. What's wrong? Okay. So looking at this right here, we can see that the difference in price from this point here to this point here, we give you this actual price. And from this point here to this point here, we give you this actual price. Okay. Now, when it comes to the pips calculation, this is it. So from this price to this price is about 1,400 and whatever pips. And from this price here to this price here is 3,000 whatever pips. So if you calculate it from the second decimal place, you should understand what I'm trying to say. Okay? Because when you impute it in your calculator and get your difference, this is the difference you get. But why? Because it's calculated in second decimal place. You carry this your decimal points and carry it to the extra two. 1, 2. It will give you this exact amount. That is when you want to talk about the price in pips. In pips. Now, all these explanations are for you to understand the digits you see here, the digits you see here. Okay? This quantity, open PNL, whatever, you will not need it, to be honest. You will not need the information. And this risk to reward here is the difference, like this amount here with this amount here. This is 2.7 times whatever you see here on this upper part, obviously. So that's for the keeps explanation. Where's my, hold on. Don't worry, I'm still in the call. I stopped sharing my screen. Don't worry. Just hold on. So let me get back. Okay. So with lots, under lots, we have a calculation for XXS USD test. I mean, most of the lot size calculations, not really lot size calculation, lot units on XXS on the internet you will see is for XXS USD test. That's USD test. So this is it right here. We have three different kind of sizes. Okay, because the lot size is in two decimals. Okay, so we have just three different kinds of tips. Well, let me not say calculation. Let's say measurements. Yeah, let me use the word measurement. So I'm using the word measurement. Now, for one lot size means 100K units. You can also call it 100,000 USD. I'll explain it. I mean, soon. 0.1 is called a mini lot. Okay, it's called a mini lot, and a mini lot is calculated as 10,000 USD. Let's call it. You can still use the word units. Okay, then the 0.01 lot is called the micro lot. which is also known as the micro lot, obviously, and it's calculated with 1,000 USD slash units. Now, for every one lot you risk on your trade for XXS USD pairs and price moves one pip higher or one pip lower, you either add or lose $10. For every 0.1 lot you use to enter your trade and price moves one pip higher or lower, you lose or add $1. Now, we are not strictly, same applies for 0.01 lots, okay? We're not strictly using one lot, 0.1 lot. I mean, you can calculate your risk and you end up using 0.02 to trade that um setup, or you end up using two lots even, depending on your account size. Okay, so for this right now, when it comes to leverage, okay, I explained that the leverage is kind of fixed for Forex, depending on your broker, but most brokers just it's actually fixed and it's fixed for your account size. So if you have like a $10 account, let's say you have like a $10 account and your broker, when you were getting your account now, when you were creating your trading account, the leverage you used was 1,000, like 1:1,000. You see it like this. Okay, this is how you see it, obviously. And you want to fund that account with, this is a 1,000 leverage account, and you want to fund that account with $10. It actually means that you have a buy power of $10,000. Hold on. Okay, you have a buy power of $10,000, which is kind of your margin. Okay, so with this buy power that you have right here, with this amount of buy power, you can never use a one lot size to trade that account. A one lot size needs 100K. You only have 10K buy power because of your leverage. Now, what this does is that when you are trading that account and you use your risk management properly, you use your lot size calculator, you want to risk $2, you want to risk $1, you want to risk $5, you may not experience anything like your broker not allowing you to execute the trade. But when you want to place a trade and you're putting 0.2 lot size, it's tell you error. Why? Because you don't have enough money and because you're exceeding your limit. Your limit is 10,000 units, or let's say 10,000 USD, which is 0.1 lot. So automatically, for that account size, you cannot trade anything more than 0.1. You cannot risk anything more than 0.1 lot size on that trade. All these are basic knowledge you should have. When you are trading, like I said earlier, you will not be checking how many units you have on that account, how many. You just need to go to your mass market, input your risk and blah blah blah, and enter your trade, and you will not have problems. Okay. So now the same applies for every other one right here. If your account has 100x leverage, Okay, that's why I advise someone to use high leverage if you have low capital. Okay, when you understand your risk to reward, trust me, you will not have issues. You will not have issues. So use a low leverage if you want when you have a good balance, and use a high leverage if you have a very low balance. Some brokers even offer unlimited leverage. That's unlimited now. You can be able to put one lot size for a trade, oh, but in the twinkle of an eye, your money will vanish if the trade goes against you because the margin is very, very low and everything is just low. Okay, so most people use that to flip, which is not really necessary. So just want you guys to understand these basics here. Now, this calculation is for XSS USD pairs. Other pairs, JPY pairs, and even gold have their own calculations, but it's not really studied. Okay, except if you want to be a teacher. But that's by the way. This is basically what you need to understand. And the next on our list is I thought I have something. Oh, okay. Yeah, the margin. I've explained pips, lots, leverage, the margin, equity, free margin, and spread. Now, let's go to our MT5. When it comes to margin in crypto, it's called cost. On your Bybit, remember we explained it. You see cost there. For Forex, it's called margin. Okay? Now, you only see that when you're entering your trade. Unlike crypto, that you need to allow your margin amount to be lesser than your balance before you can execute your trade. You don't need that. You don't need all that when you're executing on your Forex platform. Okay, you can only see your margin when you have already opened the trade. Safe. You get when you have already opened the trade. When the trade is already running, that's when you see your margin. If you want to try and execute a trade right now, let's say you want to buy a current market price. Start execution is market execution. Buy limits, sell limits, buy stop, sell stop, buy stop limit, sell stop limits. Buy stop limit and sell stop limit is the same thing as uh what's the name? I'm trying to get the name on Bybit, I've forgotten. Sorry, not Binance. Mm, yeah, conditional. Okay. So buy limits and buy stop limits, sell stop limits is the same thing as conditional. So if you want to understand what conditional is, go back to the crypto introduction video. For buy stop, sell stop, you'll not really be needing those kind of things there. But even if you want to understand, that will be later on in class, not today though. Then buy limit, sell limit, and instant execution is what you're using all the time. So for margin, you will see it only when you have executed your trade. Let's try a buy. We can see the margin has popped out here. We can see the margin right here. Margin 1008. This is the amount that the broker is collecting from our balance to hold that trade for us. Now, if you set a stop loss, remember the calculations and the way we explained this on crypto. It applies here though. Okay, but you don't really need it for this. The only thing you need here now is to calculate your lot size accurately, and you are good to go. You don't even need to check. You can't be entering the trade and be checking your margin, obviously. Do you get it? So let's explain now. Balance is obviously your balance. Equity is your balance minus your loss or plus your profits. You can see we're in loss right now. That is why it has actually reduced in price. Okay. Margin, yeah, the amount the broker is using to hold your trade for you. And free margin is your balance that is left after your margin has been deducted from your account balance. Your margin will be deducted from account balance for the broker to hold your trade for you. If you want to calculate the margin now, uh we enter this trade with 1.78. If you multiply it now with our lot calculation, not the lot size calculation, lot calculation, where I said one standard lot is 100K. If you multiply it, you will see that it's about $174,000, right? Now, the broker is using 1,008 to help us control, for us to be able to place this kind of trade now. If we do not have a leverage for this account, like this account is zero leverage, eh? If we don't have any leverage here, for us to be able to place a position with 1.74 lot size, our account balance has to be over $174,000. Yeah, $174,000 to be able to place this trade. But because we are using leverage, the broker is taking little. The higher the leverage, the little the broker collects. That is your margin. Remember, I said the higher the leverage on your foreign crypto, the lower the cost. So if you have small money, use high leverage. That's what I explained, isn't it? Same thing here. So that's what leverage helps us to do now. If we want to open this position with a no leverage account, you need 100K. Okay? You need about 100K. Sorry. You need about 100K. So that's it for equity margin. A free margin, I explained free margin. That is your account balance minus your margin. And the margin level percentage, that's by the way, you will not really need to do. But these are the basic things that you need to understand. Let's check the next on the list. Time is running out. Oh, I think I left by mistake. Um, I left by mistake. Let me share my screen again. Oh, sorry guys, I left by mistake. So where were we? Okay, yeah, I wanted to explain spread, and I don't know what happened. So for spread now, spread is the difference in price. Okay, there's a buy and there's sell. So the difference between this price and this price is the spread. And where do you find the spreads? You see this 13 here, 30 whatever here, 50 something here, 8 and 5. These are the spreads. Now, what is your business with spread? I'll explain. Spread, like I said, is the difference in price. Yeah? And if you check the charts, you see the difference in price clearly. This is the this red line is the buy, and this is the sell. So for you to sell, the broker is buying from you, and for you to buy, the broker is selling to you. I hope that was kind of clear. If you're setting a buy limit position, a buy order, if this green line gets your buy, I said current price will be higher than your buy limit order. Remember, if this green line gets to your buy order, it will not trigger. It will only trigger when the price that the market is willing, the broker is willing to sell to you, gets to your buy limit order. So sometimes you may notice it. Don't ask me what is wrong with your MT5. I'm telling you now. So let's give an instance. Let me just give an example. Let me close this trade and show you. This is how I close trade though. Ah, okay. Now, I just want to observe this thing carefully. You can see the current price is here and this is here. Okay. Let's go and execute a market order now. Let's see where price will trigger. A buy order. Let's see where price will trigger. Let me be quick. Where did it trigger? It triggered where the red line is. Because that's the price that the broker is willing to sell to you for you to buy. I mean, you are buying, they are selling to you. So if you now set limit order, if the green line gets there, it will not trigger. So it trigger when the red line gets there. I mean, tell me now, for you to take a buy, why didn't the buy trigger here? So that at least when price goes up small, we know that we're in massive profit. But it triggered here. That is their own price. Now the difference between these two prices is called the spread. Because I mean, Bureau de change do not buy and sell at the same price, same as your broker. So that's the spread. Now, how can spread affect you when you are trading? There are different ways spread can actually affect you. You make sure you know the spread of the pairs you're trading. That's why we trade popular pairs, pairs that are commonly traded. Why? Because they have lower spreads. You can't tell me you want to trade something like this now. Let's go to Forex and look for one weird pair. GBP, whatever, whatever. Look at the spread. This is very wicked. Why? It's not a commonly traded pair. So the price difference will be ridiculous. Now, if you check the chart of this pair, just look at the difference between the buy and the sell. Now, how can this affect you? Let's say, for example, you take an entry on this pair now with your 25, with your trading view. You use your trading view to analyze it into. Okay? And let's say the trading view price most times actually the green price. You can see the green price is what's working with the candlestick, while the red line is just following it. I don't know if you understood what I just said right now, because they're the ones buying. Okay? So whatever forms the candlestick is the green line, which is um the broker selling, like you buying from the broker now. That's what forms, sorry, this broker selling to you. I'll be buying from you. Sorry, I'm kind of mixing words. But that's what forms the candlesticks. So if you now place a trade on this with MT5 trading view, you analyze on trading view, and your candlestick is showing, let's say you want to take a sell. Okay, let's say you want to take a sell. Now this is the wicked thing about spread. If you want to take a sell and you're already on that sell, let's say your stop loss is, let me draw this line here. Look at this cursor. Exactly where this, under this candle, is where your stop loss is. Hmm? Now, this is the wicked thing about spread. Your trading view will be showing this price. The trading view only shows one candle, one movement here. The trading view is showing this price. Now, you looking at it, you'll be like, price is not close to my stop loss now. I mean, my stop loss is right under here, and this is where price is currently. Let me tell you something. If this red line gets to that area where your stop loss is, your order will actually trigger and you hit your stop loss. You hit stop loss. Okay? Why? Because when you are hitting stop loss, you are, if you're on a sell, listen, if you're on a sell position and you are hitting stop loss, you are buying from the broker back. Like you are buying your position back from the broker at a loss. Understand this. You're buying your position back from the broker at a loss. That's why when the buy candle, I call this the buy candle, call this the sell candle. That's for you. Oh. Why this is the sell candle for the broker and this is your the buy candle for the broker. So when your stop loss, when this red line gets to your stop loss, it means that you are buying your position back from the broker. Remember, you're on a sell position. You are buying your position back from the broker, telling the broker, I don't want again. Price is not going my way. Give me my remaining money that is left from this trade. And the broker will take you will be the one to take the loss, sorry. Now, once the price gets to once this buy indicator here gets to your stop loss, you're ready to buy back. Okay? I hope you guys understood that what I said. Then it's opposite when you are on a buy position. When you're in a buy position and trade is not going your way and it hits your stop loss, you are selling back to the broker at a loss. So when the sell indicator gets to your stop loss, it will get triggered, sorry. I don't know what I did. Okay. So it will trigger. You get. So that's how it actually happens. Now, what we do is that how to be able to navigate this kind of thing is that when you see that you are trading a pair that it's kind of wicked, the spread is kind of wicked, just add it to your stop loss. How do you add it to your stop loss? We have Euro NZD here, and we have like this is this is not 58 pips. This is 5 points. Sorry, it's changing. This is 5 points, whatever digit pips. Remember the calculation I made earlier. This one is not 4 pips. Remember I said they are spreads. Okay, the name they are spreads, but in digits you call them pips. They are the same thing. It's the difference in price. Okay, this is 0.4 pips. That's like 4 pipettes. You can see that the difference here is just on this one that is hanging, this raised to power that is here, 0, you can see 2, 7, we have 5, 3, trying to be fast with it. It's actually recording. So these are the pips. So this is 0.4 pips and blah, blah, blah. You add it to your trading view analysis. So for here now, we have like, it's kind of fluctuating really fast. We have like 5.3 or 6.4, whatever. When we are calculating now on our stop loss, all we need to do is add it. Okay, so just for it not to affect us, if you get to MT5 and you get to EURNZD and you put your position to here and you don't want the spread to affect you at all, just add it. So right here, after this GPYP, let's see EU. EU does not really have high spread. It's kind of the lowest. Okay, followed by GBP USD. So um all you need to do is to add it. So if you have calculated your stop loss here and you want to add the pips just to have an edge on the spread, you double tap and you can do your price difference and add it. Okay, if you want to add 10 pips, sorry, this was 6, right? Okay, if you want to add 10, it's going to definitely be 6.2. Oh, this profit level, stop level actually. The fourth decimal, 1, 2, 3, 4, extra 1, 6. Now, sorry, it's the stop level. I'm supposed to minus. I mean, for it to come down, you get. Supposed to be 4. It was 5 before. So it's supposed to be 4. So all you have to do is deduct it because it's the stop loss they always hunt. Okay. Sometimes even the take profits when the when you're on a sell position and your take profit is selling, your your take profit is actually buying. I mean, you're buying back from the broker at a better rate and you're making profits, obviously. If that candle, if the sell indicator line does not reach, if the buy indicator does not reach your take profits, it will not trigger. If the red one gets there first, it will not trigger until if the, sorry, if the green one, where is it? Sef? If the green one gets there first, it's not going to trigger until the red one gets there. So that's the take profit. So we just minus it from the stop loss so that it can increase it a bit. Now we have an edge over the spread. That means if this, let me say our normal stop loss, initial stop loss was supposed to be here. Let's say it was supposed to be here. And spread comes to do its thing. Okay. Once the price gets here, once the other indicator gets here, you're not going to get stopped out even when your trading view is still within this range, okay? Except if price has completely declined before you get kicked out. So that's just how you hedge and just hedge against spread, especially when you're making tights. That's why we advise not using lower time frames to do analysis. Because if you're trading with 1 hour time frame, 2 hours time frame, you don't have any business with all this though when it comes to the spread. Sometimes it can still affect you when price is in your PO, when price is inside your stop loss range, and let's say the market is about to close by 11 o'clock, that is Nigerian time, GMT plus 1, the spread kind of increases. Okay, you can monitor it by yourself. For people who have not actually observed things like this, just go to MT5, 11 o'clock, or just watch it from 10:30. No, let me say 10:50 p.m. to 11:01. Just look at how price becomes wide. Even Euro USD will increase a bit. You can go to 1 pip. I mean, this is 0.4 pips, right? You can go up to 1 pip. So you can see like maybe 14 points, 1.14 here. And these other ones will be really, really high by that time. So especially when you're carrying your trades overnight. So for that kind of thing not to affect you. I actually thought this section was going to be very short, but it's kind of long. But that's by the way. Let's just try and finish quickly. Next on our list is okay, break even and partials. Take profit, stop loss. These ones are just what they call it, abbreviations. You may not see us telling you take profit, we see TP, or stop loss, we see SL. Break even is CBE, partials, of course you know partials. So break even is simply just putting your stop loss at your entry. And if you want to do that, we have an open position right here, and we entered this trade at this price, okay? And this is the current price. We entered at this price, and this is the current price. So this is the price we entered at, and putting your trade at break even simply means putting your stop loss at your entry level. We didn't impute stop loss, that's why I see here is empty. So if you want to do that, just impute these digits here on your stop loss area. How do you do that? You click on your trade, you go to modify position, and impute it here as your new stop loss. If it was your old stop loss, edit it and put it, I can't remember the digit though. Okay, this is 83999. Modify position. And then now we have brought our stop loss to our entry. Okay, what's going on? I think it's the network. Let's go lower. Okay, I'm actually on a loss right now. That's why the trade is on a loss. Okay, that's why. I mean, the current price is lower than our entry price already, so I'm not able to impute this. But if it was higher and we're in profit, we'll be able to impute this and So let me impute a stop loss. I enter the buy position, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it's currently lower than our current market price. So if I'm modifying position, let's say our stop loss was way, way lower. Let's put it to modify. This is our stop loss. So let's go to the charts. Go here. Where's our stop loss? Oh wow, actually went too far. But let's say this is our stop loss right here, and you put your whatever at break even. This line here will come back, come to your entry line. You may not even really see it, but it comes to your entry line, meaning that you have break even. And if price does not go your way any longer, you will just be losing your trade. It's broker must make more from you. Okay, that's the break even files. If you want to take chance and profit, so I don't know. Let me try. Um, let's go there. So it didn't work because I actually made the settings not to hedge positions, meaning I cannot buy and sell the same currency pair at the same time. Of course. Hold on. Okay, still in loss. Why is it in loss? I mean, I just opened right now because of spread, obviously. You can see the difference in price. I sold, and this is where it triggered. I said this is the sell, the green is sell indication, and this is the buy. So this is where it triggered for the sell. This is the price the market is willing to buy from me at a lower price to sell to me at a higher price, which is for them making money. And that's why I'm in a loss because obviously this is it. So let me try taking partials, even though I'm not able to. So right now, even when price, you can see that I entered at this green line, and this green line is coming down. Oh. You can see it's coming down. It's supposed to be in profit, but the market is reading as per this line here. That's why it's still in loss because the spread difference, which is the swap fee, like the funds now we call it swap fee, is still against me, and that's what I'm still in loss. So red line now comes under my sell me. So from entry, it's going to be reducing right now. This one is getting close. So this one comes down to us. So how to take cash out? You just tap on it, go to modify position, and hold on, tap on it, go to close position. Sorry, yeah. Now if you want to close, you will impute whatever you want to do here. So entered with 1.74 lots. You want to close 50% of this trade in loss or in profit. Just divide it by 2. If you want to close 75% of it, you know how to do use your calculation. 1.75 times 75, and you get your 75% price and you repeat it. Because if you leave it as it is, 100% of the production, you have to edit it. That's a lot of time for you to get this. To close when price gets to a level, you use your limit order. If you want to close instantly, you use execution as you saw there. And for the XFX US lots calculation tips, this is strictly for USD pairs, okay? Strictly for US pairs. Strictly for USD pairs. Hold on. I'm still with you guys. It's for our patience. I say I'm still with you guys. Hold on. Papa. Everyone is raising their hands. Hold on. I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. Don't worry, it's not network. I'm actually the one doing it. Except for what happened earlier. I don't know when I kicked myself out. So I'm sharing my screen again. This was the calculation I had, so I had to went to check the shortcuts and let's explain it for you guys here. So an easy way of calculating lot size for strictly for USD pairs is um, I typed it here, trying to recheck again. Risk amount here is 10. There's my equal sign. Okay, so this is kind of a shortcut. Now, hope I got it correctly from what I typed before. Okay, so this kind of shortcut, a shortcut, and we're going to practicalize it right now, and we'll be fast about it. So, for example, I have my account size, and I know that for this account size now, it's $1,000, isn't it? And I want to be risking only $50 on this particular trading account. And now I want to risk only $50, isn't it? Now, risk is whatever I want to risk. Now I'll do 50 divided by 10. Obviously, I'll get 5. Now that 5 is already in my head. Anytime I want to take a trade on that account, what I would just do is 5 divided by my stop loss pips. Where do you get your stop loss pips? Remember I showed you guys earlier. Let's put our position 2. My phone is really hot. So this is our stop loss pips here. Don't forget. These are stop loss pips. No, this is JPY pay. Let me use the pair it actually applies to. Now, we're going to practicalize this just once and for all. We have 45.1 here, or we can make it 45 on the dot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's 45 on the dot. So this is 45 stop loss pips. Stop loss pips. Remember, I did not say take profit pips. Stop loss pips. Now to risk $50. Remember our calculation, risk divided by 10 equals A. A divided by stop loss pips equals lot size. So I already have my 5 on my head, remember? So 5 divided by 4.5, 45, sorry, is 0.111111, whatever. Let's say 0.11 according to our lot units. So 0.11 is my lot size for this trade. And when I hit stop loss, I lose $50. That's all. Now let's cross check with Nash Markets. My entry price is, oh, let me get my stop loss. Okay, this doesn't want to copy. Let me get to Nash Markets. Risk amount 50. Instrument GBP USD. I'm going on a long. Hold on. And my entry price is 17921, right? And my stop loss pips. I made mention of something. If you want to impute, sometimes it may be having errors. Sometimes, especially on Android, may be having errors. Just input your stop loss pips here, 45. And the digit will give you exactly the same thing here. You can see we have this year 1747.1, and we have it here too, 1747.1, because we have our entry correct and we have our stop loss pips correct. Now let's put done and let's calculate. Now you see our lot size is the same thing, position size is the same thing with whatever we calculated earlier, 0.11. And when you just impute it, you see that our amount is our risk amount, is our risk to reward. Why? Because we did not add take profits on this area. But if you add the take profits, you see everything. If you add fill out the info, you see everything there, but that's not really necessary. The main thing is to know your lot size, and imputing this, one of this, and this, it's enough for you. In case you cannot cram all the old digits here, just impute this and it gets you, click calculate, and it gets your lot size, and that's it. Hmm. Hmm. So that's all for today. Now, who has questions? We'll be entertaining a few questions. This is supposed to be an AMA session, but I had to explain some of the basics, okay? Because of some kind of things that have been going on. I'm so sorry, it was kind of long. Um, I'd have loved to end this session and start an AMA session, but uh, let's see how that goes. Or let's just explain it from here. Let me just take a few questions. We'll host another AMA session another time from now. It'll be strictly AMA session. Hold on. I mean, maybe you guys still read yourself. We'll start with Kosoko Idris. Kosoko Idris. Yeah, let's begin up. I enabled you to unmute your mic. You all to
Hello,
unmute him.
hello,
Yeah, I can hear you now, but
hello.
please
Good
hold on.
evening. Yeah,
Good evening.
okay.
Hold on. I enabled you all to unmute your mic so that I can mention those who are raising up their hands to unmute themselves and ask questions. If anyone unmutes themselves without me asking you to unmute yourself, I'll kick you out of the class. Solomon Tricks, this will be the last one. If not, I'll kick you out. Please. So, Kosoko, please, you can continue.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, what I just want to ask is based on this MT5 that you just taught us now, though I used to MT4,
Okay.
so I'm kind of asking, can someone still be using MT4 if really MT5 is not really so clear or something like that? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use it.
Okay, thank you.
So, you're welcome. We have any Naya. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name. You can unmute yourself. Okay, Kelechi, you can unmute yourself. Kelechi, you can unmute yourself. Okay, we have next in line. Let's get someone else. Michael Uwebo, you can unmute yourself right now.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Uh, Concerning the tick partials, like while you were explaining, the network was kind of breaking, so I couldn't get it. So could you please like go back, like
Take
explain some,
profits.
like take partials?
Oh, okay, partials. Okay,
Yes,
I
the network.
explained that. Hold on. Let's go into five. Okay. I said that if you want to take partials, all you need to do, tap on your open trade, click on close position, and if you want to close 50% of your trade, this is 100% of the lot size you use, divide it by 2 and click on close. If you want to remove 75%, Just do your maths. 1.74 divided by 75 over 100. Normal math. And you get the digits, you impute it here. Remember to change it. If you don't change it and you leave it here like this, you're going to close everything. So just impute the digits you want to close and close. And that's it.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Oyadiji.
Hello.
Oyadiji. Oyadiji, you can unmute yourself. Okay, please pick up. Oyadiji, are you online? Okay, Suleiman, please pick up.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening.
Um, I have two questions. Can I ask?
All right.
The first one is about the take partials. Also, you just asked. I wanted to ask something. Imagine I
Go on,
open
sir.
a one lot size and I want to take
Okay.
50% partial. That means I'll have to divide it by two, correct?
Yes.
Now, my question now is, does that not affect the risk you are risking? Imagine
Of
now
course.
imagine the lot size I'm risking is like $50 and I'm taking half of
Yes.
it. It will not affect the take profit and the stop loss risk I'm risking, correct?
Yes, it will affect it.
It will
Everything will be
affect it.
divided into two.
Everything will be divided into two. Okay, yes. Okay, I understand. And secondly, it's about the risk to reward ratio on trading view. I don't understand. There's a
Okay.
place where it will show you a risk reward on trading view close to the entry position. How do you use it to know the how do you calculate it or to make it? I don't know how to explain it very well for you to get. But that
That's
the
how.
risk reward
Hold on.
on that is what I don't get very, very well on the trading view chart.
This is this what you're talking about?
Yes, yes, that, yes.
It's depending on whatever you analyze.
Okay.
Depends on whatever you analyze. You may analyze a pair and you want to take an entry on this level. You want your stop loss to be at this level and you want to take profit to be at this level. Then you look at the
Yeah, all
risk
right.
to reward. Yes, that's
Okay.
your risk to reward for that position.
All right.
That's
Okay, I get it.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
I did not ask you to speak. Oh.
You've already
Fortune Chika, you're next on the line. Please unmute yourself. I'm actually following the queue.
you have
Okay, I'm following
listening.
the Fortune Chika.
Man, this one, can you explain the risk to reward?
Okay, I can see there's nuisance right here. Uh, no one wants to speak, right? I actually enabled the mic so that I can call you guys by name and tell you guys to speak. And you guys are changing everything for me. Oh. So nice. Maybe even go down on the list to go to the first person. Yusuf Suleiman. Yusuf Suleiman, you can unmute yourself.
Um, Good evening, or let me say
Good
good
evening.
evening. Sorry, concerning the risk to the reward ratio.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, like, how does it work? Like, which one is the perfect one? Because sometimes we'll be seeing a 6 point something, sometimes you'll be seeing 1 point something. So I don't really know how does it
So,
even.
look, you
Yeah,
will not understand it now because you have not started trading. Hmm? When you
okay,
start trading, you
yeah,
will look at the chart. You will know, I want to buy from this place. I want my stop loss to be here. I want my take profit to be here. Nobody will tell you. You'll be the one to analyze. That's what we call technical analysis. You analyze the chart and come up with it by yourself. Sometimes when you analyze the chart, you end up with a 6 risk to reward. Sometimes you end up with 3. Sometimes you end up with
yeah,
5. Okay, there's sometimes that you will see when it comes to trading rules. For your own personal, like your own personal trading rules. There's sometimes that when you analyze the chart and you get only 1:2, which is maybe just 2 risks to reward, you'll be like, no, I can't risk my money for just getting times two of it. I'm not going to take this trade. Get understand? And you wait for another
Mm,
one. So that's how it works. It's when you start trading you
okay.
understand it and you know how to get it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So Victor Victor I think VIKTAWR. You can unmute yourself and speak.
You're mad, no?
Robert. Hold on. Oh, there was a mistake, sir. Okay, Femi Adejo. Femi, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Okay, good evening.
Okay. Good
My,
evening, I can hear you.
okay, my
Okay,
question.
if it's not, please mute yourself.
You said what?
Please mute yourself. I'm actually calling out someone. Please mute
Okay,
yourself. I don't want to push you out of the class. No care if it's not you. Please mute yourself. You're popping up on my screen because your mic is kind of shaking. So if Femi Adejo, you can continue.
okay. My question is that let's say analyze the trade, and my risk to reward is like 1 to 4, for example, and
Okay.
I'm willing to risk $20 to make 80. That's 1 to 4. Then instead of opening like a lot size for like one position for that particular
Mm.
trade, I will share the position to like 2 or 3.
Why do you want to
Then
share to 4
no, that's what I'm trying. The question is that instead of opening one position and taking partials, why not open like 2 or 3 positions, then take a
Why?
TP
Yes, I'm
before?
asking you why you're not opening. It's still the same thing. Okay, it's
No,
still the same thing.
because in case the price retraces, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm suggesting. If that was be like
Look,
better
if
approach.
even if price retraces, I mean, if you take partials, you still have some position left open. It's not everything you're closing.
Okay.
It's partial for a reason, meaning you're taking part of it out. You have some positions left that will still be running. So it actually does not make any sense for you to open multiple positions, except if you want to stack and you do not know your margin amount and just want to open multiple positions. You're just pressing buy, 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 buy.
No, no,
But
no,
that's
not that.
not the history. So there's no need for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So F Young, you can unmute yourself and speak. F Young, I can okay. Fortune Chica, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, I would like you to please show me how to take partials again.
You have to rewatch the video. Stephanie S, please you can unmute yourself and speak.
All right. Good evening. Please, I just want to answer a question. In calculating our lot
Hmm?
size, you say weeks divided by 10. Please, that particular 10 there, I've forgotten what. How do we get a 10, please?
You don't need to know what it stands for. I'm the one that kind of figured it out by myself when I used to trade 1 minute time frame and I don't have time to go to Nash markets and start imputing all my digits. Okay? So I
Okay.
had to think and come up with it based on the lot size, this lot calculation here that I
Yeah.
gave you and this lot calculation here. And I just came up with the 10 and it works. Okay? That's just
Okay.
for USD pairs. Why? Because this calculation is for USD pairs. So this calculation
Okay.
too also works with USD pairs only. So that's it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So Peter Kennedy Paulson, you can speak. Kennedy, can you speak? Unmute your mic. Okay, on to the next person. Helen Leora, you can. Helen Leora, you can unmute yourself and speak. Okay, if it's not, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, ma'am. Please, I want to get something right. It's about this partial taking partials.
Okay.
Take for instance, I analyzed a trade and my analysis is 1, 2, 3. My
Mm-hmm.
set, and I want to close. Maybe I'm in profit and I want to close 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Now I risk $50. For instance, I risk $50 to
Yeah.
make $50, and I want to close 50% of the trade. Does it mean that
Okay.
the $150 I'm supposed to get, if my trade hit TP, is going to be affected, and the risk, which is $50, is going to be affected by 50% as well?
Yes. Okay, now take for example, you have a 1:3 trade, and you're risking
Yeah.
$50 to get $150. Now, once
Yes.
price comes halfway, once price has gotten to like 1.5 risk to reward, you should be
Yeah.
getting like $75 profit. And that $75, and you want to take partials, divide $75 into two, whatever amount becomes out, I think about $37, whatever. You get that
Yeah.
$34, $37 in your account. Now, the risk you have left on that trade is no longer $50, it's not $25. Now, the take profit you get at the end of that trade, that's apart from your partials that you've removed, though, the take
Yeah.
profit you get from that trade now that is left, it's $25 times three, which is $75. So your entire profit from that trade will be 70%, 75%, sorry. Why I say
Okay.
75% is because you took partial first. So what you're going to be getting is you have $37, right? And plus
Yeah.
your $75, you join it together 100 or whatever percent, 100 or
Yeah.
whatever USD. Yes. So
Okay.
if you
Okay.
calculate it now on the other hand, you see that it is actually 75% of your 150 that you'd have actually gotten. That is only you only get it when you get take partial taxes. It's actually 50% of the price action. Just so you get,
Okay.
just
Okay.
so if you know, if you're entering a trade and you already have in mind that you want to take partials, when price gets to 50%, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
another percent, 50%, and you want to know how much you will actually be gaining, just get
Yeah.
your actual profit, your profit, and 75% of that profit is what you actually get if you close the trade, half of it by 50% of the price action. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Last on the line, Solomon Chuka. Have I mentioned your name? Okay, Solomon Chika, I'll meet yourself.
All right. So my question is, according to the taking partial of 18. So when we take like 50% partial on a one
Mm,
lot size, so when we take like 50% partial, it means
mm,
that it will become it will now be 0.5. Is that it? Is that it?
yes.
All right. So I have the second question. The second question is um the spread.
Mm,
Okay, not the spread. The candle difference. The candle difference. You
okay.
said we have like we the we that is trading the markets have our own
Mm,
like that. If we are buying, the broker is selling to us. So I would like if you
mm,
can still throw more light on that on the chart.
I don't know what light I'm to throw again because I explained it exactly how it is. So I think you have to watch the video on that. If you have any other new questions, any lower or if you have any new questions that have not been asked, please raise up your hand.
Okay, okay, all right. So
Um,
the
I thought you're
the
done.
another question. No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Yeah. Can
Remaining
I?
one,
Okay.
remaining one more. So another one is that the spread. Yeah, like how are we? I'm not clear on how we can add the spread on the risk so we will not be affected. Like you said, if the risk is like if you're having 1 to 3 risk, and we have the spread. So how are we going to add the spread to the risk to not be affected?
I
So
explained
the
it in the
trade will
video.
not be closed early.
You still
Like
have to
yeah,
watch the recording. You have to watch the recording. I don't want to repeat what I said before because of time. I
like
mean, we have been here for about almost 2 hours now. So anything that
yeah,
any question you're asking, I'm
there
already
is a way
explaining it in the
you
video.
inputted some. There is a way you input the number on the
That's
trading
what
view.
I'm saying now. When you watch it again, you'll be able to pause and replay. You understand? You'll be able to understand it
All
very
right,
well. So
all
yeah,
right.
that's it.
Thanks.
Helen, please unmute yourself and speak. You'll be the last person for the day.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah, firstly, I really want to appreciate you, Miss Princess, for everything you've been. I just have this
Okay.
observation, ma, concerning our classes,
Okay.
ma, and then just like a suggestion, ma. I can say now when
That would
you
be no, that would be in the. Just go to your chat room and tag me or tag any of the admins for that. Okay. Kachiru girl,
okay,
please unmute yourself.
all right. Can I? Okay, let me ask the second question then.
Hello, hello.
Can I ask the
Can
second
you hear
question?
me?
Yes, Kachi, please speak.
I just want to ask, how do we calculate non-USD pairs lot size? Lot size for non-USD
Use
pairs.
Nash Market. Use the Nash Market app.
Okay, Nash
The trick I
market.
gave
All
you
right.
here is just for
Yes.
USD pairs. Just if you want to be quick. It's just a tip, okay? You can use Nash Market for everything. But if you just want to
Okay.
try and practice something by yourself for USD pairs, you can use whatever it is. So you guys, thank you for joining this session. The recording session will be available soon once Google releases it to us. Okay? It's not me delaying, it's Google all the time. So it will be uploaded on the Forex folder. See you guys till whenever.